Everybody is talking about AI voice agents these days, and many businesses are adopting it as well. So, whenever there is a new phone call on their landline, instead of a human picking it up, an AI picks it up and talks to the person. How cool is that? And I've already created a couple of videos on how you can set that up for your own business. But very less people know that instead of picking up the call, AI can also make calls to your customer or clients. So for the purpose of this video, we're taking this hypothetical situation that whenever someone wants solar panel installations, they come to my website, they fill out a form and request for, let's say, an appointment. Okay. But obviously, if you fill out the form, you're not gonna get the appointment right away. An employee has to call that person, get to know them better, ask a couple of questions, qualify them, and then set the appointment. And we're going to automate that part. So let's see how, as soon as the customer fills out the form, this AI is going to call them within 5 minutes and then speak to them, take more information, qualify them, and also schedule an appointment with them. So let's see it in action. So whenever a person wants to request a service, they go ahead on my website and fill out this form. So what is your name? What is your phone number? Obviously, I'm going to replace this with my own just in a moment. Then what is your email address? Where is your property located? Again, this is a dummy address, so yeah. And which service are you interested in? And then finally, what is your budget range? Now, what will happen is that as soon as I click on this submit button, it is going to trigger this particular automation. Okay, so it is looking for any responses, and as soon as it gets it, it is going to wait for 3 to 5 minutes. It's up to you what you want to put in. I have put 3 minutes, and after 3 minutes, it is going to call that particular person, right? With all of these details, speak to that person, gather more details, and if they're a fit, it is going to schedule an appointment with them. Okay, so let me put in my phone number and submit the form. Okay, so I have changed my phone number and here's my phone. So let's go ahead and submit this. Okay, and then, okay, here the automation has picked up the response. Now it's going to wait for some time and then call me. Okay, so this is done and now I should receive a call anytime. Okay, there you go. So as you can see, I'm getting a call.
Hi, Yashika Jane. This is Christina from Eco Solar Solutions. Thanks for filling out our form about solar panel installation. Do you have a couple of minutes to go over some details? It'll be quick.
Yeah, sure.
Great. You mentioned you're interested in solar panel installation for your property at 65 Hanson Way, Palo Alto, California, 94304, United States, and your budget is around $10,000, $20,000. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect. I just need to ask a few quick questions to better understand your needs. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's completely fine. Please go ahead.
Thank you. First, is your property residential?
Yes, it's a residential property and I stay here.
Got it. What's your average monthly energy bill?
It's about $350 a month.
Thanks for sharing that. What's your main goal for installing solar panels? Is it to reduce energy costs, achieve energy independence, or something else?
Yeah, I just want to reduce the cost.
That makes sense. Lastly, are you planning to start the project in the next 1 to 3 months?
Yeah, I want to start it as soon as possible.
Thank you for answering all the questions, Yashika. Based on what you've shared, you're a great fit for our services. Let's schedule a consultation with one of our solar consultants to discuss your project further. Just to confirm, is yashikatest@gmail.com the email you'd like us to use for the booking?
Yeah, that's the right one.
Thanks, Yashika. When's a good time for you to talk with one of our solar consultants?
Okay, so I think I can come on the 29th of January.
Sure. Let me check our system and confirm the availability for January 29th. We have availability on January 29th between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. What time works best for you?
Okay, let's do 2 p.m.
Let me confirm the availability for 2 p.m. on January 29th. One moment. Perfect. Your appointment is scheduled for January 29th at 2 p.m. You'll get a confirmation email soon. Thanks again, Yashika Jane. We're looking forward to helping you. Thanks so much for your time, Yashika Jane. Have a great day.
See how easy it was. So just like customer support agents or cold callers that have a script, this agent also follows a script. So you can define how it should start, how it should end, what it should do, what it should look for in the leads description. So let's say if I would have said that my monthly bill is less than $200, right? In that case, it would have rejected me and it wouldn't have gone ahead and booked a consultation, right? So this is the power of an outbound AI lead qualifier. If you think this is something that can help you, your business, or if you want to create this for other businesses and make money out of it, then let's stick till the very end and build it together. So hello everybody, my name is Yashika Jain. I'm the founder of Automates AI. Automates AI is my AI automation agency wherein we create AI solutions like these for businesses. I've been doing this for a long time now and I'm here to share my journey, my learnings, and more. Apart from running my own agency, I'm also an AI automation consultant. So if anybody is interested in learning from me or consulting with me, then the link to my calendar is in the description below. Also, if you're looking to work with my agency, then again, the link to my website is in the description below. So now that you know me, let's get started. Okay, so the platform that we're going to be using for creating this AI voice agent is going to be Retell AI. It is a no-code platform that allows you to create these easily. Again, the description would contain the link to this platform. You can easily click on it, create an account with them, and then get started with me. A quick disclaimer, that's my affiliate link. So if you use it, it's going to get you a free trial with 60 minutes worth of credits. So once you have an account, you would land on a workspace something like this. To start, you have to click on this black button that says create an agent. Then it would ask you to select an option. Simply select single prompt agent. Since this is not performing any complex tasks, we can just go with a single prompt agent. If you want to learn how to do multi-prompt agents, then I've already created a video on that. You can watch that. I'm going to link it somewhere above here. Okay, so once you've created it, you can simply give it a name. Okay, the next one is going to be selecting the LLM. So I would suggest selecting GPT-4o, but if you want, you can also go with Claude. The other ones are not that great, so yeah, just stick to this. Next up, you can select a voice. It's up to you, whichever one you want to select. You can listen to each one of them and then select one. I usually go with the voice Grace, so let's go with this. Then you can click on this settings gear and also make changes. So let me just put myself here. Okay. And then the voice speed, I think it's fine. The voice temperature is fine. The volume could be a bit higher, and save. So it was that easy. So now the text box that you see here is the place where you're going to add the prompt. Prompt is nothing but simple English in which you're telling the AI voice agent what to do in certain scenarios. You should always start the prompt with a role or an identity, telling it who you are, what you do, what are you responsible for. Then you can tell it the different criteria it needs to follow, the conversational pathway, what to do in a certain situation, and more. So let me just grab the prompt that I had already created to explain it better. Okay, so this is the prompt and it starts by saying, you are Christina, an outbound AI voice agent for eco solar solutions. And then you tell it its task. So you have to qualify leads, right? They have filled out a form on our website. We want to gather more information and then schedule a consultation if they meet the qualification criteria. Then you can also give it context about what's the name of the person. So we're getting all of these details from the form that they had filled out on our website. So in this automation, we're also passing the details that they had filled out to the AI voice agent. I'm going to talk more about that automation after this. Okay. So yeah, you're telling it that the name is this, the email is this. So you always put that in curly braces, right? It's called a variable. Okay, so now that it knows the person, you're telling it the qualification criterias. Their location must be in California, their interested service must match solar panel installation, budget should be 10,000 or higher, they want to start it in the next 1 to 3 months, their property is residential only, right? It shouldn't be commercial, then their average bill should be 200 to 500 a month, and they want to be doing this for either reducing the cost or achieving energy independence. So only if they follow all the 7 criterias, it's going to schedule the consultation, or else it's going to politely decline that, we're not a good fit for you, right? So that's that. Okay, so this is that part, and now you give it the process. So firstly, the introduction. So whenever you want to put any detail about the person, you put it into curly braces. So hi name, this is Christina, blah, blah, blah. Then you can ask if they're available at the moment or not, right? Then you start asking. So first you tell them that you had filled out a form, your location and budget was this and this. Do you have some time, right? And in case they agree, we start asking them the questions one by one. Is your property residential? What's your average monthly bill? Again, all of these questions are hypothetical, right? It's obviously not what they usually ask, but you get the point, okay? And then it's going to evaluate if they meet all the criteria or not, right? We should always give it examples regarding what it should speak, because it always helps it, right? And then if they are a fit, then we go ahead and schedule the consultation with them. So if you might have seen the demo that I had given right now, it went ahead, it checked the calendar, and it also booked an event. So how was that possible? That was possible through functions. So you can think of functions as an extension to the capabilities of the AI voice agent. So soon after it has got all the details when they want to schedule a consultation, it calls a particular function, right, to see if that particular slot is available. In case it's not available, it gives them alternative options. But if it is available, it calls another function and goes ahead and schedules the call. And the call is then there on your calendar, your Google Calendar. And that's it. This is how simple it is to create the voice agent. Anybody who knows English can do it, right? Then you give it the tone. So you mention these couple of points, right? So it makes the agent better, right? It improves the efficiency. And then you tell it that, okay, you have these many functions that you can use at any given point of time. And that's it. You save it. I'm going to provide you with this entire prompt in the description below. So you can access it from the resource library, and then you can, use this prompt as a starting point. Okay, you can use the tone thing, right? You can include these points. You can use the structure and then design your own hypothetical situation and create the voice agent. Just remember, this prompt is everything. This is the backbone, right? If you get this right, you get the entire thing right. If you get this wrong, then it's a mess, okay? So just remember, you need to have a role, a task, context, any criteria that it should follow, the final flow that it should follow, right? What if, if they're unavailable, what it should do, if they're available, what it should do, right? And then finally closing with the tone. You can also include the tone in the beginning if you want to. After that, we can also set the welcome message. So as soon as the person picks up the call, who talks first? So if you want AI to begin first, you can select these options. If you want the user, then you can do this. But I think in an outbound call, that is when you're calling the person, AI should speak first. So you can do this one. So AI begins with a dynamic message, right? You could also do a defined message, but I always like the dynamic one. So if you have got the prompt right, you have done mostly everything that you need to. Now there are a few more things that we have to do, and your AI voice agent is going to be ready. So as you can see, we have a couple of settings here that you can play around with. I would not suggest to change them, but still, if you want to, I have another video on each one of these. So I have explained each one of them in detail, so you can go ahead and watch it. I'm going to link it somewhere above here. But the main thing that we have to do in this one is going to be functions. So as I said, functions enhance the capabilities. So for this one, we generally need two functions. First is going to be checking the calendar, and second is going to be booking on the calendar. So these are some predefined functions that you can use. Apart from that, you can also design your own functions, right? You can write your own API calls and connect it to, let's say, a CRM or something like that. In my previous video, I had covered that. So in case you want to watch it, I'm going to link it above. Okay, so yeah, let's start with the check calendar availability. So in this one, the name is going to be this, the description is this, you can change it if you want to. And then we have to put in the API keys to our cal.com account. So cal.com is just like Calendly, right? So you can create a free account with them and it is going to connect to your Google calendars, right? And then allow you to do this. You could also do it directly with Google calendars, but it is a bit advanced and complex. Non-techie people might find it difficult. That is the reason why I am going with cal.com. Otherwise, I would have simply created a new custom function and I would have connected it to my Google Calendar directly. But in this one, let's just do cal.com for simplicity. Okay, so once you've created your free account, it's going to look something like this. You don't have to worry about this. If you want, you can change it, but it looks good to me. Then we can go to settings and then API keys. Here you can generate a new API key, give it a name, whatever, and then just add it here, okay? And then for the event ID, you can just go back, go to event types. Here you're going to see the different events that you have. So for instance, if it's a 30-minute meeting, you can use this one. Obviously, you can change the duration, change the name, description, and all of that, but that's not something that we're going to cover in this video. Okay, so yeah, for the event ID, you're going to find it here in the URL, this one. Yeah, so just copy it and paste it here. For the time zone, just put in your time zone. Okay, so for my case, it's going to be Asia, Calcutta. So yeah, you can just put in your own time zone and then save it. Similarly, do it for book on the calendar. Put in your API key, your event ID, and change your time zone. Apart from that, you also need to add one more function that's called end call. Okay, so you can tell it to end the call whenever the user whenever you feel that the conversation is completed. Okay, you can add in the description here and save. Now this gives the AI agent the capability to cut the call itself instead of waiting for the user to cut the call. It also saves you on cost and more. So just have this. Okay, so you're gonna have basically three functions. First is going to be check for availability. So just put in your API calls, your event ID, and your time zone here, right? I'll have to just put in my real one. Never mind. So you're going to have three functions here. One is check availability, check calendar availability. Second is book on the calendar. And third is the end call feature. Just in case you have changed any of their names, right? Make sure to change it in the prompt as well. So right here, I'm saying use check calendar availability function. So in case your name is something else, please update that in the prompt. Okay. So this is the one for checking the calendar and booking in. As I said, for any new features that are not listed here, you have to define a custom function. You can connect it to your make automation as well. I have covered it in my other video. So let me just go back to the agent that I had already set up. This one. Yeah. So we have all the three functions here. We have the prompt and everything. Now the last part is to create the simple automation that is going to actually call the person. Just before that, let me tell you that you can also call people from Retell AI's dashboard itself. So you could just go here, you can create a batch call, you can upload a CSV with all the phone numbers, the names and everything, and then schedule it to, call them. But if someone wants this to be 100% automated, then they might just, design a make.com automation where as soon as something takes place, it calls the person. So in our case, as soon as someone fills out the form on the website, it calls the person. Okay. So it's up to you. If you want to do it manually, just upload your CSV here and click send. If you want to do it in an automated manner, design this automation with me. Okay, so to design this, you're going to create an account with Make.com, a free account. So the link to it would be in the description below. Consider using the link. It's my affiliate one. And then you will click on this purple button to create your very first automation. Okay, after that, you have to choose the trigger. So what happens that makes you call the person, right? So in our case, when someone fills out a form, it triggers the automation. Okay, so you can click on add and select the form that is associated with your website. So let's do this. And it's done. So I'm sure not everybody uses Typeform. So just select the app that you're using. It could be anything else. Maybe your use case is different. So accordingly, select the trigger. If you want to have a delay in between them filling out the form and you calling them, then just have this sleep module and put the number of seconds for which you want to sleep, not you, the automation. Yeah. And then we're going to do the final thing, that is making the API call. So do HTTP and make a request. So this is going to make a request to Retell AI that please call the person. So yeah. No matter which trigger you're using, what is your use case, it does not matter. This blue module is going to be there in everybody's automation. Okay. So here are the details. This is going to be the URL. I am going to share all of this with you in the description below, so don't worry about that. So yeah, this is going to be the URL. Just copy paste it from there. The method is going to be post because we are posting, right? Then there should be one header. So how do you create a header? You just click on add a header button and it's going to give you this, right? So this is the first header. This is the second one. Don't worry if you don't understand it. Just copy paste it from the description like this, okay? And at this point, you're going to put in your Retell AI's API keys. How do you generate it? Go back to Retell, go to API keys, click on add, right? Give it a name and click on create. It's going to give you a token, like some characters. Just paste it here. Then the next one is going to be this. Please have that. Then for the body type, you're going to select raw. Then the JSON, the content type is going to be JSON. And for the request content, I'm going to share this with you in the description. Copy paste it here. It might look like code to you, but it's not actually code. Okay. So first is going to be the from number. Which number are you calling from? So for that, you can simply go to phone numbers and you can click on new and you can buy a new number from them. It costs about $2 a month, I think. Yeah. So you can buy a number and as soon as you get the number, just replace it with your phone number. Okay, the one that you're going to use to call the person. If you don't want to buy it from Retell, you can also buy it from, let's say, Twilio and then connect it. It's a bit of a long process, so it could be a different video in its own. Let me know if you want a video on that. So Twilio is more cost effective. That's the reason why. So yeah, it's up to you. Just either buy a number or have a Twilio number connected and then paste it here. Mine is a Twilio number. Okay. Next is the to number. Which number do you want to call? So in my case, I want to call the number that the person has filled out in the form. So I'm just going to go to mappable answers and I'm going to select what is your phone number here. Okay. Next up is going to be the variables. You must be thinking that, how does the AI agent knows what is the name of the person, what is the location and all. So this is how it knows. We are passing in all the details that they had filled out in the form of variables. So don't change this part, but you can change the variable name. So in our case, the variable name was name, right? So this is the variable name. So you put name here and then you put the actual name of the person that came from filling out the form. Then it's going to be the email, then the location. So location is in different fields like address 1, zip code, country and all of that. So I've just added them with a comma here. Then the interested service. Just make sure this name, this particular thing is exactly the same as this one. Okay. Yeah. and the budget. Finally, you have to just select your agent ID. You can copy it from here. Can you see it? This one, agent ID, and just paste it here. And that's it. This is going to make a phone call to that particular number. It's going to pass in those particular details. If you still have any doubts, just use the content, this thing from my description. Just change your agent ID, just change the variables and their values here, right? If you still don't understand how to do it, put it into ChatGPT and, tell it that, please, these are my variables, just change it in this particular thing and it's going to do it for you, right? It's just so simple these days. You don't have to learn anything. Okay, and that's it. You save it and you turn it on. So immediately as data arrives, and save. And as soon as someone fills out this form, it's going to tell Retell AI to call that particular person. So this was all about how you can create an AI outbound caller. Don't forget to buy a phone number from here or connect to your Twilio phone number. If you want a separate video on that, please let me know. So that's it for the video. I hope you got value from this. I hope you design it for your business or maybe learn how to design it for someone else's business and make money out of it. If you faced any issues, let me know in the comments below. Consider using the links in the description to create accounts with them. Also, all the resources, prompts, and everything is going to be in the description. Just look for the resource library. If you liked the video, please like the video and let me know in the comments below. So if you're looking for AI solutions for your business, then the link to my website is in the description below. If you want to learn a certain thing, troubleshoot something, then you can use my calendar and book a call with me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm going to meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.